is it that pluralizes the one that makes it many things? And how all of these connected up in the weirdest ways. Like every time in the last week where I bought my groceries from Asda, they've asked for a donation to a fund to encourage women to check for breast cancer. And I donated a couple of times, so he'd ask me every time. And it, I don't know. I mean, that unit exists and that program exists and they're doing it. School bus coming. And is it the best? I mean, I hope they're doing okay. If they've got Asda behind them, they must be raising funds, but it's itself a good idea. What else could we be doing to reduce the incidence of breast cancer? And there's a lot of other ways to do it, and maybe they are all better funded. I don't know, it's hard to make that judgment. But in a way you're asking everyone who shops at Asda. I'm not quite sure why I do that. It just seems genuinely the most economical, but my goodness, they're 75p loaves of bread. That is really horrible. The last time I stopped eating it for a week and I felt hugely better. I mean, I was eating too much of it anyway, but when I started again I noticed that it tasted of pepper, and I ate 3 slices from this loaf and I felt sick. So let's talk about it. I don't know why there's substandard flour. Afshin Ratanzi knows someone who knows what's going on with that stuff. But those people have been shut down apparently. It's great that yogurt suddenly costs 35p instead of 85p every now and then. Doesn't seem that much different. What are you actually charging the extra 50p for? Or what am I paying the extra 50p to not get? I mean, I've arguably saved buying 35p pots of yogurt from Asda. I've saved more than I've given to that breast cancer funding operation. And I don't think the answer can I don't think there are answers in terms of the money. Because the money is the only thing we're actually measuring. And the World Health Organization seems more interested in governing nations' policies than in actually finding out and sharing the information about how nations can best do public health policy. I had ideas about that early on in the so-called pandemic, and then when it became obvious that there was just a campaign against any kind of constructive or rational approach to testing, to understanding what was going on, I stopped. But on that blog I deleted, I think I wrote something about Bayesian, how we should use Bayesian statistics to target the testing, because at the time it wasn't even clear that the test was valid. And we've got these theorems like Orman's agreement theorem, which is pretty rigorous. Okay, you have to know what a Borel measure is, and that entails some kind of understanding of topology that apparently is not the kind of topology that you need to have a grasp of, at least if you're going to do a PhD at New Texas. I'm not pretending to be the expert, but I am pretending to know enough to know that the way decisions are being justified is not rational. It's not rational. And I suppose it's a question of whether it's not rational in a good way or not.